Hello ladies and gentlemen and otherwise, what's up? My name is Devious, making very sure that my voice is being recorded because my mic has been slightly messing up lately on occasion, and it pays to be paranoid when your episodes are an hour long. Anyway, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Last we left off, we were on the run from Yulmore and General Ranjit. Our boy, the Crystal Exarch, just pulled some shenanigans to basically style on everybody and give us a chance to escape. And my boy Thancred's back. Hell yes. He's a fuckboy, but he's my fuckboy, and I love him quite a bit. Also, it's so good to see another gunbreaker in the story, man. I even like his setup. I like the cut of your jib, G. I don't even know what that means. He's got the really cool gunbreaker armor, though, which I like. Oh, by the way, I don't know how to bring this up exactly, but I started playing in PvP, and I actually really like it, so expect maybe a little bit of that coming fairly soon. But anyway, today is the story, and now we continue. Thancred is trying to think his way out of the present predicament. That's not like you. Oh, right, we're like under the spell of the fairies right now. Ugh. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. From what it can make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lidoran. I am gonna hate all of these names. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Thancred is not having it. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So, currently, in our party, I like how they just rounded out a full party, by the way. Because you got, like, your Gunbreaker tank, you got Alphino as the Scholar Healer, and then Red Mage and Ninja / Rogue with Minfilia and Alize. Excellent. I've got to say, just BT dubs, first of all, why am I walking? That's for peasants. Second of all, I am very much in borderline PTSD territory here, man. What? Oh. I was like, wait, what is everyone gathering over here? Okay. No, not the burb. I want the bike. Yeah. So, I have a lot of previous... Just standing out there. I have a lot of previous reactions, or not reactions, but previous interactions with Fae in various other fantasy games. None of it's good! I actually drove a DM to drinking one time playing D&D, but yeah, that's another story. Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case... There's a variety of native plant native to these parts with a distinctive furled tip. Looking grass is its name. See what you did there? So called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all of this later, but first you need to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. I know the drill! I am well aware of the Fey drill, my friend. Fey scrub. Ha! How accurate. Search the scrub, but find nothing resembling looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Is it that you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. Fuck off! Such a rude child, and too clever by half. I shall seek my fun elsewhere. Yeah, you better fucking run away. Find nothing resembling looking grass and a voice. Greetings, mortal. What is your name? Fuck off. Oh, you don't have a name? How very, very sad. I could have had so much fun with it. Yeah, fun fact, by the way. Don't ever give a fae your name. In any setting. Like, I'm not talking about if you run into, like, an IRL fae, because, you know, obviously myths and legend, etc. But in no circumstances, under no circumstances, should you ever give a fae your name. Searching the scrub, you find what appears to be looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Ooh, a visitor. Where are you from, pray tell? Nowhere. Perhaps this one's hard of hearing. What brings you here? Ugh, stone deaf. How boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Stay a while, stay forever. But it begins to feel heavy. Okay, so you just straight up abused the laws of hospitality. That's not good. That's not good for a fae. Take it you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Yeah, boy! Yes, this is the stuff. Disarmed, we should be able to see through the pixie's veil of invisibility. And seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Gonna kill him. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use. Alright, bring it on. Oh, that is just weird. But fair enough. Oh yeah, they's everywhere. My boy speaks fairy? Explain? Both me and Thancred. No yo bullshit. This is Fae 101. You fuck off with that.
Wait, I recognize their souls. These two have been here before. Look, twins! How adorable!
I'ma kill you. I'ma kill all of yous.
Play with us.
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
My boy getting straight to it. As you do kind of have to with Fae.
Yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in El Meg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
See, this is why I don't like Fae. They turn a simple thing into absolute fucking torture, and I bet Urianger wrecked your shit in that. I'm just saying.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
How about no?
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Don't you float away.
Should we? Would we?
What now?
Now we wait.
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
I mean, we could just slash bang until things stop moving. Yeah, I'm with you, Alize. This is just, ugh.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3.
You better clarify everything about that sentence.
Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger. Pixie's honor.
That is way too vague and open-ended, man. That is lifetime slavery, probably more. Like, not that
Well,
these
there you have
fair.
it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Okay, correction. With malicious Fae, if we agreed to this, that would immediately be lifetime slavery. This is why I don't like Fae. They give you a completely innocent sounding request, but then they fucking lawyer it until it's just like, oh, you agreed to help me pull weeds? I own you now. Ugh. I don't like dealing with Fae, man. As the great Markiplier would say, it makes me grumpled. Oh, god damn it, there's like 4 of them. Is it? It's not as good as my current stuff, that's disappointing. Solween, eggs for your attention. Fuck off. Oh, look at me, I have a task for you. Luran is our beloved village and we want it to always look lovely. It can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? I hate this. I hate all of this. I hate every last inch of this. Ugh. I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit. A little fruit will set me right. You go and fetch some for me. Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake you should render up sweet, succulent burdens. I am angry! Bang. I don't care about your house. Used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Volbert. The senators came and everyone disappeared. Yeah, no shit. And Pixie's been living here, and we've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? Not really. It occurs to me that my experiences with Fae have been nothing short of traumatic. Fuck it. I don't know. Thirst for my kindness. Mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leafmen you see standing around the village. Adorable, aren't they? That is trippy. Now you need to go to Longmere Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned, the Fwath make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. Oh no! What a travesty! I might have to kill something. Alright, I've done your shit. Done sowing seeds? Thank you. This shall help blah, 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 live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. Yeah, I don't speak Fae. I don't intend to learn. When I was here, you know, we used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow Fae folk, we decided to make it a new home. Land of everlasting spring. This is our home. And it could be yours too, forever and ever and ever. You fuck off. So I should probably explain. My interactions with Fae and fairy lore, or rather fairies and Fae lore, I guess would be the more appropriate. It essentially boils down to some D&D games and some video games in which I was on the receiving end of not the greatest of Fae. Yeah. Adorable. But yeah, basically what it boiled down to was I got tricked once and just in general was hyper paranoid after that. God, would you die already? There we go. Of course, I gotta get more than one. Anyway. So, what happened were, it was a D&D game, and our DM was very much in the screw with the party mood. So he threw a fairy at us, and he was very, shall we say, well versed in Fey lore. So he took it all the way to the end game, as far as he could tell, like with how Fey act. It did not go well. I think my character, he asked for their name. And I, not knowing anything at the time, gave my name. And then suddenly, I was not allowed to use my own name. But here's where I got him back. He tried to make it a big deal. He tried to essentially tell me that, okay, you need to go on this series of quests in order to get your name back. I'm like, I don't need it. The look on his face was priceless. Wait, you don't want your own name back? Not if I gotta deal with your BS. Here we go. Wait, the water's right here. The hell are you? You like this world's version of a Namazu? I mean, I'm gonna go with probably because you're actually doing some damage. Behold the power of Brutal Shell. Alright. Back to the village. Why does the background music sound French? Or Italian, maybe? I don't know. Can water to our children? Thank you ever so much. How very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmeg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. No! Yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. See? See? This is why I don't trust the fucking Fae! Also, I just leveled up. That's awesome. Do I have any gear that I can upgrade into? No. Didn't expect to, but you know. Man, 77 already. I actually gained a lot of extra XP when I did PvP for the first time. I got like frickin' 2 million. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, what's up? I'm so hungry. Did you get the fruit? Yeah, here's your stinking bell fruit. Oh, thank you ever so much. You've saved me. Oh, so you owe me now, is what I'm hearing. You saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. Did I have a different look? I was expecting trouble. You told me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things? Hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. Well, I like you already then, for that one aspect. Everything else, you can go and die in a fire. Mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. Well, that is completely up to you. I am going to ignore it. Oh wow, that was a million XP right there. Damn it, I'm going to be max level soon! Oh, that means we're going to have to play a different class. You know what, I might just keep playing Gunbreaker because... Hey! Thankard looks just like you feel. Fucking mood, bruv. How goes it, Lena? So a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. Well, everyone's here. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is always the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. When in doubt, shock and awe. Urianger once told me a story about pixies. Born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. So they live only to play, keep hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. Yep! In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates it from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal form, either by the will of the owner or by means of certain arts. At times, the soul may regather ether unto itself and assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. Yeah, that makes sense. Ghosts are merely souls without bodies. What does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However the pixies may come into being, if we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Yeah. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. For your chores, did you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Phil? Oh yeah, that's the fairy that was kind of assigned to me, right? Not during my chores, perhaps. You knew a pixie from before? Not by choice. Not only are you acquainted, but you entered into a pact? You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this Feo Ul, if you please. Yeah, I forgot there was an actual pact related to that. Say mode, use a keyboard to enter Feo Ul. Okay. Oh, I could just do it right here. Feo Ul. Too far away. Oh! I gotta be up here. You serious? A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about her lovely branch. I'm going to strangle you. With such a half-hearted call, she may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Mother... Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not put the comma in? Oh, there's more. I'm sorry. You know, it would be so much easier if I could actually fucking read this. Thank you. That your idea of a fervent call, a sudden lug could do it with more fire. Is there like a dark spot that I could read this in? No, it's all trash? Okay, fine. It's hard to read this because it seems to like blend in with everything else. It's really annoying. Oh, loveliest. I'm going to kill you, Feo Ul. Yeah, go ahead. Get angry.
Late.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been doing important shit!
I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting.
You could have just popped up and said something, eh? Fucking
My sapling didn't
bullshit.
so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless.
Yes, I am. I am the heartless slayer of gods. Keep pissing me off.
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
A, you're one to talk. Sorry, that was just way too easy to drop. B, I don't really have much of a choice here now, do I? Unless we want to genocide the fairies, which I'm also strangely down for.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Alpha no, not pulling punches.
I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
That was beautiful.
Just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you.
Oh, you could. I just choose not to make you angry.
Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
The urge to headbutt this fairy is so strong. Please tell me she just snaps her fingers and it all just fucks off. Can we get this washed out, oversaturated white bullshit off my screen?
Well. If it isn't Feo Ul, the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself.
Ooh.
Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Alright, Feo Ul, fairy mom, just throwing it down for us. Fair enough.
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
I'ma kill all of yes.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone.
You know what? It's a step.
And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village.
Can you maybe not throw my shit everywhere?
There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
Yeah, I gotta give it to her. She knows how to jab at fairies.
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Don't you dare.
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
Bullshit.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
First rule of Fae interactions. Never agree with a Fae's terms. Finally, I can see. God, that was bothering me. Oh, that's nice.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Yeah.
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Can you do me a solid and stop being literally female fairy Two-Face? Oh, I'm never gonna hear the end of that one. On one hand, never make deals with the Fae. On the other hand, sometimes it can be useful to be in a pact with one. Not worth it, but still. Ah, I didn't read that. Something about let's be quick. Now the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and the scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called, and after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habit for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. Yeah. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. Alright, we got plenty of time, actually. Especially with how much time was wasted doing Fae bullshit. Not sure what to think about that. Well, it looks like big-ass Fae wings, and I'm not okay with that. Here we go. Finally. Hey, buddy. Here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home. Yep, this definitely screams Urianger.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way.
My boy rocking his Astro garb.
The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
Oh man, they really went for the dramatic here.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
It is very strange to see him not wearing like a big old robe and hood. I'm digging the new look though. He's rocking it.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
What? What?
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Some. Still missing best girl Ishtola, but you know.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore.
Bring it.
Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand, Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides.
Saw that coming.
From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might.
Yep.
Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist, and those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee. An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold.
Okay, I gotta give him props because that was chef's kiss for emotion/drama. Also, why were they wearing the Scion Traveler's outfit? Oh wait, is that what I was wearing at the time?
No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
Oh boy.
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Come.
Did you reverse engineer Black Rose or something? Do you have samples of it? Did you start making
Dost
it?
thou recognize yonder chart?
Chart of the elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
Okay. Making a lot more sense now.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the two forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
I wouldn't be surprised.
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events.
Alright, I am vastly digging the lore, but what does this have to do with Black Rose?
The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings.
Alright, fair enough.
Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Urianger, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation.
I expected no less from Urianger.
Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Good to have you back, buddy. Hey, we're getting the band back together. Oh, yeah. Wait, then, hold on. Several questions. If we're doing this, because I know Y'shtola is... I'm fairly sure Y'shtola is a white mage. Or at least a conjurer. How's that going to work? Because then we're going to have like 3 healers on hand. Alright, this is either going to be kind of a short one or kind of a long one. We will see. But let's see where we are right now. Okay, hi. Caramels, bruv. Beet sugar? Purple carrot juice? Grilled rail. Alright. Urianger fixes you with his gaze. Don't you look deep into my eyes, you pretty bastard. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Indeed. Though the night be lost, behind the shroud of blinding light, thou doubt not but that the stars still shine. I cannot read Urianger's words. I've chosen to avail myself of their guidance, and that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. Awesome. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Liga, whatever that name is, you must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Alright. Meanwhile, Luna, I bid thee attain that which please the eyes. That which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vile kin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Okay, so we gotta go and capture a hawker. That is not the way out. This is the way out, I think. I hope. Thank you! I don't know how I feel about this house design, by the way. It's like, I get the whole half underground thing. That's a very Scottish or Irish design. I forget which one it is. I know it's one of them. Like, in either Scotland or Ireland, the houses are like buried within the land. This is kind of cool, but it's still got like this big bit up here that just seems impractical. Alright. Alright, Urianger, what's up? Thou art returned. Were thou able to capture a hawker? Yep. Even without the box's enchantments to hold its place, the creature has no more fight left in it. Well, yeah, it had to fight me. Ah, truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. I think which should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile. I already have issues reading off of a friggin' script. I cannot English.
'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts.
Lord, I hope so. Did you really just rip the wings off of a fly, my guy?
Ah, lest I forget.
What is this? Wait.
White auracite, newly forged for thy use.
Oh.
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary. Our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
Hell yeah! Urianger, my man. Giving me tools to kill shit. Ah,
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you.
Thancred. This is... I'm not comfortable with this.
I should probably explain.
Yeah!
Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether.
That's why you went Gunbreaker. Okay, and she was
I took
reloading.
up the gunblade for its defensive advantages. But on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Aww.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Okay, so Thancred is the overprotective dad, and Urianger is the super cool uncle. Is the dynamic I'm getting.
Spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld.
Oh.
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any.
Oh.
As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. It was there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Oh yeah, now I conveniently just get an echo from him. Happens every time.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
Okay.
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make.
Well, this is absolutely heartbreaking.
It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
Oh man.
What happened?
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it.
Okay. They are not pulling punches, I see. Starting to see what people were talking about when they said that this was a very dark, very emotional roller coaster.
I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end? I feel like I don't know is going to be the answer, but it's worth asking.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Leader Loran.
Alright, I kind of get the way Thancred's been acting now. Like, through no fault of his own, it's pretty easy to see that he's a little bit snappy for obvious reasons. Well, that was, I'm not really sure how to respond to that. I didn't expect it to get that serious this quickly. Hoo boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise that is going to be it for today. I'm trying to do these episodes where I record for 1 straight hour and then sort of finish up whatever I'm doing, edit it down, etc. Anyway, basically I've hit my my recording time limit for the day. And yeah. So wow, the story's really picking up already. I'm already impressed. The fairy thing was... I still want to headbutt every fairy in this entire city, but a little bit more understandable now. Anywho, for the next dungeon, I am going to be running the trust system, because I haven't gotten to do that yet, and I want to try it. Yeah. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop me a like down below and a comment. I do love seeing them. And by all means, discuss the story and my conspiracy theories down below. It's always fun to watch. If you would like to join me and Yon Chaos crew for some grinding or just chill talking, some conversation about video games, there is a Discord link down below. More than welcome there. I also have my Deviants of Light FC on Crystal Goblin if you would like to join in. And that, I believe, will be pretty much it. Oh, yeah, if you would like to see more, drop-kick that subscribe button, roundhouse the bell next to it, so YouTube Senpai remembers to tell the almighty algorithm channel whenever I upload. And now that'll be it. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all next round. Tree!